Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Note to Self. Today, I want to talk about a sneaky form of perfectionism that shows up in our self-talk, especially when we're creating something meaningful. You might not even realize it's happening, but it can be the very thing that keeps you from sharing your gifts with the world. And this is something that I see time and time again in clients, and it's something that I've personally worked through time and time again in my own life. And in fact, last week it showed up as an example in my reality, and I want to start off by sharing that example with you. So the other day, I was editing a video for YouTube and I caught myself obsessing over how my hair and makeup looked. I thought, I could have done it better. And I realized that I wasn't even listening to the message anymore because I was nitpicking how I looked. And here's the truth. The content itself was gold. The content itself was spoken from my heart in such a beautiful and profound way. It didn't need re-editing. The only thing standing in the way, right, and creating that form of resistance for myself was my own perfectionistic self-talk. And I really want to highlight this for each of you today because I've gotten to the point now where I can catch myself, pull myself out of it, and recognize when content is truly spoken from my heart and it needs to be shared with the world. But this is something that I know blocks people time and time again from putting beautiful things out there in the world, whether that's a podcast, a video, a piece of artwork. This perfectionistic version of each of us that likes to dive in and nitpick things is only blocking the process, is only blocking the natural flow of creativity, of love, of service, of your gifts that are desiring to be shared in the world. So let's break it down so we understand it better. This is typically how perfectionism works. It tells us we're not ready, we're not good enough, not polished enough, and it distracts us from the actual purpose of what it is that we're creating. It makes us think the tiny details matter more than the impact of the message itself. So the way that we talk to ourselves in these moments is key. If you listen closely, you'll notice that perfectionism has the specific voice. This isn't good enough. You should fix this. People will judge you. Do you notice how that voice doesn't care about truth? How it actually just cares about control. The control of trying to control how other people might think of you, perceive your work, etc., etc. It's not actually focused on the truth, on your heart, on the creative flow that was manifesting through you. So let's talk about a reframe here. What I've been practicing ever since I've been able to catch myself in this, when I might say, my hair looks messy, I need to redo this, I stop, I pause, and I remind myself my message is powerful. My words matter more than whether my eyeliner is perfectly straight or there's a clump in my mascara or the hair is sticking up on the top of my head. And that tiny shift helps me focus on impact, not image. And I think a lot of you listening will resonate when I say that it's all just energy. It doesn't matter if, let's say, your hair is flipped on the wrong side of your face or something like that. The beautiful message always shines through. And there's been so many times, I have to say, where I've just decided to get past this level of perfectionism and post the photo or post the video or post the podcast. And it's always the episodes where I was nitpicking myself and I decided to get out of my own way that somebody makes a comment that's something like, you look so beautiful, or I love the way your hair looks in this photo. And it's so interesting because it's almost like the universe is just giving me that reflection that we just really needed you to share this message and nobody is noticing the things that you notice. So if you catch yourself in perfectionistic self-talk this week, pause, notice the voice, respond with kindness, and remind yourself that people don't come to you for perfection. They come to you for authenticity, for connection, for truth. And your value is in your message, not in flawless presentation. So here's my invitation. Notice where perfectionism sneaks into your self-talk this week. And instead of editing yourself into oblivion, choose to share your message as it is. raw, real, and powerful. And remember, you don't need to be perfect to make an impact. Just simply put your hand on your heart and remind yourself that my voice matters. What's on my heart to share is there for a reason. It has purpose. It's here to serve. And the more and more that you bring yourself back to that, you will overcome this perfectionistic voice. You'll be able to catch it so much more quickly, and you'll be able to choose love instead of fear or instead of resistance towards the self. So, anyways, I hope that this message resonated with those of you listening today. And if you're ready to take this work deeper, I'm presently intaking new one-to-one coaching clients. You'll find the application down in the show notes. And this application is a space for you to set your intentions, share the level of coaching that would be the most supportive for you, whether that's audio coaching, whether that's video coaching, whether that is using WhatsApp or Voxer support throughout your weeks. And you can also outline your budget so we can work in a way that feels aligned to you. Once you apply, I'll get back to you within 72 hours with that personalized plan, and it will be there to support you exactly where you are and help you to grow into where you want to go. So the application is down below, and I look forward to hearing from you and wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful day.